Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Our top story tonight, football is returning to the University of Illinois. The Big Ten announcing today teams will play football this fall. Now this after chancellors and presidents unanimously voted for its return. Starting the weekend of October 23rd and 24th, teams will compete in 8 conference games in 8 weeks. The schedule, it's not yet out. The main challenge will be playing these 8 games in 8 weeks, which gives very little wiggle room for any error. And now that we know that the Big Ten is going to do this, play ball this fall, Governor Pritzker, however, still says that he doesn't want high schools to play contact sports. Matt Roy joining me now. And Matt, the IHSA says that they want control of that decision back.
Yeah, John, local coaches and players just want to play football, plain and simple. The main reason is this over here. So Wisconsin, Iowa, Missouri, Indiana, Kentucky, all of them are turning on the Friday night lights at some point this fall. Illinois? No. The reason? You would think it's positivity rate, but it's not. Going over here to this one, wrong. Every state directly in contact with Illinois has a higher positivity rate except for Kentucky, and that one is a little close. Wisconsin is over 10% higher. This is the reason for the outrage among coaches and players, and this is also one of the reasons the IHSA is wanting to take back the control of the decisions.
On July 14th, the Illinois High School Association announced that they would defer to the governor's office for return-to-play guidelines going forward. On September 11th, they penned a letter to Governor Pritzker asking for that control back and praised him for Illinois' low positivity rate. In part, they said when you couple that with the surrounding states successfully conducting high school sports and many non-school teams being allowed to play, it feels like the appropriate time for the IHSA to be provided the ability to re-examine our situation. Governor Pritzker's response?
Those are states fine. If they've decided to endanger children and families in those states by allowing certain contact sports to take place, that's their decision. That's not something that's good for the families, the children of Illinois.
But local coaches and players don't agree. They say it shouldn't be in the governor's hands anymore.
More and more people are feeling like we're being kind of held hostage through politics. And so I completely agree with the IHSA's decision to try and get control back.
GULLY says he and his players like quarterback RASHAD ROCHELLE just want the right people making the right decision for the right reasons.
I would just like a concrete decision, I don't like the back and forth stuff. I wish if they gave it to IHSA, I wish IHSA would have been like, okay, bet this is what we're going to do.
I completely understand if the other states around us weren't playing and successfully playing, but they are.
Now today, Pritzker reiterated his claim that the decision is in no way political. He says this is all fueled by medical advice that he receives. But GULLY says every weekend he and his players see out-of-state high school players, colleges, and even your own Chicago Bears play. Mentally, it gets harder and harder to remain patient. For now in studio, I'm Matt Roy. Back to you, John.
Thank you, Matt, for that update. Now, Pritzker also says there's no specific threshold the positivity rate must get to that would allow high school football.